Welcome to everyone who might be watching us now or later. Um, we haven't done this in a while. We always do this. So hopefully it's the last time we plan to do this monthly and we actually do do it monthly. So welcome to everyone and to Arceus and Bunny right here. So uh, say hi, Brittany and Arceus. And
Hi.
Thanks for having us, everybody.
Thank you for being
hi.
our therapist for the day.
Yeah. So when did this all started happening? I'm kidding.
Uh,
Gosh, we're gonna be talking about the top anime of the year. I made them choose their five or top five series of the year. We might name some others just because there's just so many series out there. So um, it's gonna be a fun night. So welcome to everyone here in the chat. So manga otaku, I know she was here early. Welcome. Hopefully you're still there. There's mongoose, Kid Kro and Kyodantes. Everyone there. Welcome, welcome. I know some of you guys are coming through Arceus, so welcome and make sure you follow them on TikTok and here on YouTube as well. Okay, are you guys ready?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Okay, hopefully everything sounds good on their end, but if not, let me know. I can get the phone closer if I have to the speaker. But I think everything should be sounding good through their end. Um, did you guys list them first to fifth or fifth to first?
When I sent it to you, no.
Okay. Do you have them like that now? Because I really
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
you
all-
do? Gosh. Okay.
I'm gonna
I,
leave you guessing which one's the number one.
I don't even know what I would put in number one, to be honest.
It's kind of hard to put
They're
one.
all like pretty much on par with each other, so I just kind of, I don't know. I figured it out.
Yeah. So okay, I think I got. I think I can. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Okay, I got my top five. Let's start with number five. Let's start with number five. Should we do ladies first or?
I
Here we go, Brittany.
sure, I guess. I
Okay.
think my number five is a Yozakura family. I'm not sure if you watched that, but it was two cores. So
That's the one with the assassins.
yes, the well, are they assassin? I guess they're more of like a spy family, the better spy family.
Okay, the better.
Yes,
It's a
the
different
spy family
version.
that's actually a real family instead of a fake family.
Yeah. Okay. So that one started in what season?
Spring?
Spring, yeah, spring
Spring.
and summer. So
Spring.
spring.
So what is it about?
You didn't watch it?
Yeah. Wow.
That was the Shonen Jump stuff, man.
I recognize the name.
Man, like in the manga, it's like a super big show up in Japan.
I recognize the name, but spring. Oh, Mission Yosakura Family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mission Yuzakura family. I just call it Yuzakura family, but yeah, Mission Yuzakura.
Ah, okay. I read some of the manga. I'm gonna put it here on the screen for people to see there. I read some of the manga, but I don't think I watched the anime. Was this one that aired in Hulu?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Got people jailed.
This is your number five, huh? So, am I gonna assume most of your top five will be um, romance?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
I do love me some romance.
Yeah, I'm not against romance. I'm not against romance.
It's other things other than romance, you know. It got action, you know.
Yeah, I do like. I'm a sucker for. I don't think I have any romance in my list, but
Well, I got more for everybody. Don't
yeah,
worry.
I am a sucker for romance though.
But then romance isn't like the main thing, because like literally the first episode, it's like, well, you know my secret now. You basically have to marry into the family or die. But he does
Yes.
like her. It's not like they're childhood friends, so of course they like each other.
Yes.
But it's more of like he lost his family in like a tragic accident, so he's kind of like getting another family, and he wants to protect his childhood friend, and they go on all the missions, and it's just fun. It's just like I almost want to say it's almost like a slice of life, but it's not really because obviously there's a plot. But
Yeah.
like you can really jump in and be like, oh, this is fun. You don't really need to know anything.
Yeah.
Would you agree, Via?
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah.
What is your number? I don't know what happened there. What is your number 5, Arceus?
My number 5, but gosh, tough picks, but hey, my number 5 had a good impact was I'd say Chain Soldier.
Chain Soldier. Now that's winter 2024, isn't it?
Yes.
Winter had some bangers, man.
The winter did have some bangers. Here it is.
Oh, that's really Chain Soldier. I love that show.
Yes, Chain Soldier. This one aired in High Dive, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
So I've been reviewing the manga. I think I'm in volume 5 or 4. It's a guilty pleasure. It
It's
is
amazing, man. I like the fights. I like the characters. The story's pretty fun. I mean, I'm just
and the
happy
plot.
too. I mean, I like that. Like people were complaining it wasn't ecchi enough. I thought it was perfect. I didn't think it needed more. I thought it was perfect.
I don't actually. Okay, I think I did see the anime. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest, Arceus. I don't know if I watched the anime on this one either.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest. It was a hard year at work, but also in personal life, it was just hard to watch a lot of anime. So I did watch like 7 or 8 animes per season, but it was a pick and choose, right? And this one, I feel like I've only read it. Um, so is there like a lot of lewd?
Well, so the complaint is that Gushing Over Magical Girls took the ecchi from Chain Soldier because they both were. That's the joke everyone's saying because Gushing Over Magical Girls manga does not have as much ecchi as the anime does, and Chain Soldier has less ecchi than what the manga does. I think it's fine. I mean, you know the story. I think most people in the chat know the story. I like the world. I like the characters a lot. I mean, it doesn't need to have good action or good animation or art. It just was a very fun watch, in my opinion. And I think the story's just getting a lot better now that it's like who really are the antagonists? Is it really like the commanders? Is it really the devils? Or is there like something else to it? It's very fun. I like the characters.
So some comments here. Rudy is saying, "How's everything and family? Everything's good, Rudy. Thanks for asking. I know Rudy's one that's been watching for a while. I think he was in the live with us once, maybe 4 years ago. So welcome to the chat." Kikro says, "Heck yeah, Chain Soldier, my man." Um, Rudy said hello to Arcee's girlfriend, Brittany. She has a name. So, yes. And then Manga Otaku, who's still with us, said Chain Soldier is worst in the manga ecchi wise.
Oh yeah, it's very ecchi.
And Quilter says hello. Okay, so yeah, because on the manga, and I like I said, I'm up to volume 5, and I think I have up to like volume 9 that they've sent me to review. It's pretty graphic. Like it's not really graphic, but it's graphic wise. When I'm surprised they made an anime of it. So I'm gonna assume they did the whole censorship where they they don't show everything that they show in the actual manga, which is it's a common thing. There's a lot of series. I'm trying to think of the name. Harry Ferretta. It was one of them. that in the manga they show more nudity or stuff like that just because they were trying to sell the story, and well, I mean, the type of people they want to sell it to like the kind of stuff, so that's how they would sell it more. But when it came to the actual anime, even though it still has its fan service, it's not as bad as the manga. So um and Arifureta had a third season this year. So good to mention. My number five, and I don't think anyone would mention this one, but it has a special place in my heart, and I'm looking for it here so I can pop it up on the screen. It's Dungeon Meshi or Delicious in Dungeon. Uh,
It's a good show, yeah.
I believe it ended this year. If that's right.
Yeah.
No. It started and ended. I thought it had started last year, but no, it started early this year, ended in the summer. So yeah, it was 2 seasons, so pretty long. It is definitely a series that is not for everyone, but it is one of those foodie animes. But it they eat monsters from the dungeons to survive. So I thought it was fun. It has a really good plot, to be honest. This is another one that I reviewed like 7 or 6 volumes back in the day when I started reviewing. So it was close to my heart. And when they finally made an anime, I was so excited for it. So yeah.
I agree. It's great. Me and him watched the dub of it.
Yeah.
Personally, but that's just because one of our favorite voice actors was Senshi. So.
Oh, is that
Pro Zed
Pro ZD.
or Pro ZD?
Oh.
Yeah, we love him.
He's the dwarf guy. I don't know if you remember.
Oh no! I thought you meant the main character, the blonde dude. Because
He's voiced by you probably don't know this YouTube channel, but Smosh.
Yeah, I know Smosh. I love Smosh. What do you mean?
We know him too, but I mostly wanted. I mean, he's just
Damien. That's his name.
Damien, yes.
Yes. So yes.
You're really good voices all around.
I actually recognized his voice, and I think it was in a Smosh video. He mentioned it as well, and I was excited to just kind of like, oh yeah, it is him. So I'm not the type of person to like go and fish for information for series that I'm watching, just because I don't want to read or see anything that might ruin, the series itself. So usually when I wonder, I just wonder, and I leave it at that. so yes. Some people say still need to finish Dungeon Meshi. It is a good series. I heard it's getting season 2, so Netflix will be working on that. Quilter, hello, Jack Perker. Heard from some people that Dandadan is their anime of the year. Dandadan is a great series, and I'm pretty sure it will be mentioned tonight. So.
Segue to me, because that's my next one.
Oh, good. Okay, so what is your number 4?
And I know everyone's gonna be like, "Why is it not number 1?" And I will say this: I would have given it number 1 if it didn't leave on a damn cliffhanger that it didn't need to. Okay, if you're gonna do that, just make it 2 cours. Don't ruin my life like that. I cannot wait till July. I don't want to. It's just, I don't want to. So it's number 4. It's not number 1 for that reason alone.
Number 4. Wow. I think I didn't put it higher, to be honest.
I would have. It's just that cliffhanger killed me. I mean, look, we had a lot of good shows. Me and him watched way too many this year, so it's really hard to pick from that. It probably would have been my number 2, like I said, if it wasn't for that cliffhanger. That just messed me up. And also, I do not like. I understand all the jealousy, but it's just too much sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, first Momo being jealous, and now it's Okarin being jealous, and I'm like, can you please stop? Where's my plot? I want my normal plot, not all this jealousy.
Yes.
It's funny, but
I can understand that. I don't think I would have put it that high either, but I removed this one from my list just so that we could all have different lists. Just so you guys know.
Gundam is a great show. I think we all can agree that it's,
definitely top 5.
100%.
Yeah.
I would say if this one doesn't win awards, they're doing something wrong.
Yeah, we have the right.
There has to be some awards. It is very wild. Before the live, I was sharing that this is one that some of my kids in school would watch. So we would discuss about it, and they liked it for other reasons. They thought it was very wild. I didn't think it was that wild, but
it had its scene. It had its
who's your favorite character? Would you say?
My favorite character?
Dawn to Dawn.
Oh gosh. I think I like Mom. Well, I don't like Ken. I'll tell you that.
Ken talking Kern?
No, the guys annoy me. Him and Jen are just annoying.
I mean, what about the grandma? She's great too.
Yeah.
And the cat. I mean, Turbo Granny, really, but spoilers.
You know what? Mr. Mantis Shrimp is probably the best one. Were you not heartbroken by his story?
That was really sad. And then it's just like, I just love the whole thing. It's like the whole cow thing, and it's like, oh my god, this tastes just like a. What? Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, why not? He's a good character. I feel like he's gonna be. He might come back, right?
Yes, he definitely does come back.
Okay.
Something about it. I don't know when. Probably way later. But he did say, if you ever need me, call for me. So obviously he's coming back.
Yes. Ida Best Girl F Momo. That's what we're getting here in the chat.
We're starting some wars in there.
Yeah, I mean, Momo's not that bad of a character. Ida. The thing about Ida that annoyed me is that she still thinks that everyone's a demon. And it's like,
I know, she's just like Momo's plot something. I need to get to the bottom of it. It's like, what are you talking about? You have a demon in you. Or, well, a yokai, I guess. But still, you have something in you. Why are you thinking everyone else is the devil? Like, what?
Exactly. Yes.
I'll save you, Okura.
I'll save you, Ken. Oh, yeah.
Jack is asking if I watched Orb on the Movements of the Earth. No, actually, I have not. That one was one that it was on my list to watch from Netflix for this past season, and I never got to it. Probably will be watching it not right now that I'm in break. I've read like 8 volumes of manga in the past day and a half, which is amazing. Just the fact that I'm so busy because it's the holidays, and I have 4 kids, so I've been busy. But yeah, it is on my list, so I think you'll like it. Yeah, I would definitely give it a try. Thanks for the recommendation. Mongos also says it was an underrated anime. So man, well, I hate that I missed it. I know anime wise, Netflix has been hitting some bangers lately. The Dungeon one was the Netflix one. Dawn to Dawn was also released on Netflix, for those that didn't know. And then I'm sure others that we'll mention will also be from Netflix. So Netflix has really been hitting some home runners this year, to be honest. Okay, what was your number 4, Arceus?
My number 4, and I was trying not to avoid sequels, but this is the only sequel that I have because it finished the story. It's from winter 2024, if you want to pull it up. But as everyone knows, or they'll probably know, Urusei Yatsura Season 2. I don't know if you watched even the first season, Irvin.
Who the ha who ha ha? Season 2?
Yeah, Season 2 is from winter, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think so. It's somewhere. It's probably like right at the bottom.
It's not at the bottom.
Okay, it's towards the bottom. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Just keep scrolling.
Just keep scrolling all the way down. We'll talk about it. What is it about?
Okay, well, if people don't know, Udasaya, right there. You
Oh,
just passed.
well, and so, we're looking at the thing. You passed it though.
Oh, here it is. Oh, it's the remake.
Yeah, so it's a remake.
Obviously.
So it's a remake of an old anime. It's by Rumiko Takahashi, who's the creator of Inuyasha and Rama, that also got a remake this season.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. It was an anime that I first got into when I was about to graduate college and everything, and I just got really like into it, and I like the characters. I like that it's more of like a character-driven story. I like how I really don't have to watch all the 100 whatever episodes of the old school, and they just literally condense the stories into like a 50 episode series basically.
Oh wow.
And this was the end or part 2 basically of the 50 episodes. Um, and it concluded had a really great conclusion. I honestly think it's a masterpiece in my opinion. I don't really judge animes on masterpieces to be number 1 through 5, but it's a number 4 just because it's a sequel. I think there was a lot of solo shows that did a lot better than it, but for something that started and basically started 2 years ago and ended now, it just felt like wow, what a journey,
Yeah.
the characters, the development, the arcs.
They picked really good art.
Yeah, it was just they picked I think the best arcs, if not the best episodes. It was just literally like a best 50 moments of the series basically, and it was great. I have no problems with it. They came out with a dub of season 1 on High Dive, and I rewatched it. So clearly, I love it. If I'm just rewatching the dubs after the sub weekly.
Is season 2 also dubbed or?
Unfortunately, not yet, but it should be soon.
Because it's High Dive, so they like to take their sweet time.
They do. They
used to not take their sweet time. They used to be like Crunchyroll, but lately, yeah, you're right. They wait for it to be completely out, and then they start dubbing it like a season later, or sometimes 2 seasons later.
Yeah, did you ever watch it or heard of anything about it?
I recognize the character 100%. Like if I saw this character, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a 90s, 80s. Yeah, this is one of those girl characters a lot of people put up. And now, do I know anything about it? No, I don't know not 1 cent about this one. But now that you tell me that it's dubbed, well, I can watch it while I wash dishes. How about that?
At least the first season.
I like I said, if I have to tell you anything before going into the series, like I said, it's definitely like I'm looking at Mal right now. It's a PG-13 series, so just to let you know, it's not very ecchi or really anything at all. It's season 2 is more romance between the guy and girl. That's why I put it, because it's like a conclusion in a sense of it.
Yeah.
But season 1, if you ever watched Ranma this season, it's a lot like that in the sense of you're going to get thrown into a lot of characters. You're going to get thrown into a lot of wacky situations. But the overall tone and vibe and entertainment I got with it was just very fun and entertaining, really. And it's very fun. It's ridiculous. It's very comedy driven. It could annoy you. I think Mixes or Kyo Datas, which is his name in here, has dropped it. I think even Mango's dropped it in here because they don't think it's as comical, or it can be a little bit ridiculous. Knowing me, I love those shows. It's just all over the place, and I love it. But yeah, don't expect a big story. Just expect maybe to laugh a lot. Maybe it's really funny and just.
Yeah, well,
I've been watching a lot of older anime, so that's a series that I have here in my channel. I like to watch stuff from early 2000s, 90s, and still review those, just because
it's an era that I didn't watch a lot of anime in. So, I'm excited. Not excited, but I'm curious, I guess, to see some of the series that were releasing then. So, yeah, this is one that I will definitely want to pick up. So let's see some stuff here in the chat. Jack said
he's never heard of this one. I guess it's not very popular. Has anyone watched Tumble? It's my friend's anime of the year. Really
It's another
under.
golf anime like Rising Impact.
Yes, I have heard of it. Have not seen it because it's golf. So,
I'm not a golfer, sorry.
yeah, I don't want to be that person, but I mean,
Yeah.
and then manga otaku. I'm guessing because I have the screen up. She put Oshinoko or the Russian one. Actually, it's neither. my my number four is Wistoria. I will say, Oshinoko season two was one that I would place in my top five, but just because it's a season two, I didn't put it there. Um,
I get that.
but Oshinoko season two was pretty good. It's very, very good actually. It introduces new characters that have their own plots and stories that really are very emotional, but it also kind of gives us a little insight into the world of theater and how manga becomes, you know, something bigger than just manga. They make it into a play and how much work is put into it becoming a production and all that. So I really, really enjoyed season two. I've also reviewed the manga on this one, so it's also one that if you haven't seen Oshinoko, go watch it. But my number four is Wistoria, Wand and Sword. Just because this is one of the ones that surprised me the most from all the seasons. It was actually decently good. I don't know if you watched it, Arceus, or Brittany.
We'll
But
probably watch a couple episodes, but it's just not. Well, it's not for me, really.
yeah,
Personally.
it's
I really don't have an opinion. I didn't like the first episode because it just felt very generic.
it's a shonen. Yeah,
I have been told by several people, it's good, it's peak, it's fun. I've seen moments of it on YouTube. I've heard things from people that it's amazing. So I want to give it another chance, just because people seem to love it. But the thoughts I have now as I watched episode one, and I just thought it was the most generic garbage.
it's not garbage.
I said it's a combination of things. Everyone said it's like Mashal meets Black Clover, I think,
Yeah.
basically.
Sorta, yeah. It's not isekai. Jack asked if it's isekai. It's not isekai. It's definitely magical, high school. Let me see what the genres are here.
The Harry Potter genre.
It's the Harry
Action, adventure, and fantasy. So, I guess I'll give you a little synopsis on it. It is very shonen in its own way, where you have the weak character who is training very, very hard and becomes a very strong character in his own way. But essentially, in the sense of like how in One Piece everyone has their own special powers, it's kind of the same thing with these people. Like they all have magic, but everyone's magic is different. So that's kind of what builds the characters. Is we learn kind of like what they are, what magic they have. Um, some have stronger magic than others. There's like belief systems of all types because they're noble or whatever. But there's also this whole goal of becoming like the best one in their generation to go up in this tower to protect this shield that is protecting the entire world. And we kind of ignore that until like the end of the series, and it does leave us in a cliffhanger, which I think is why people really enjoy it. So yeah, let's see. Some people here are saying it's like Damchi Fantasy World. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, Wistoria is peak. Kit Damchi Fantasy 2. Yeah. So
But you got to remember, he can't use magic and uses a sword.
he can't use magic. He does use a sword. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He has
Uh,
muscle magic.
yeah, and there's the whole aspect of dungeons as well. Like they're conquering dungeon levels as well. Um, but it goes beyond that. Like once the story, so like the first few episodes, it establishes the world and the story, and then in the middle, they kind of have like this, I guess like
competition arc. You can say like people go against him because they're jealous of who he is. And then at the end, they're trying to win enough stars and awards to be the best ones, and that's where it gets real serious. Where like it goes beyond the school. It gets a little political with it, but it's decent. It's a good series. I do recommend it. I do recognize that it's not for everyone. It's very shonen like, so it does have a lot of those shonen tropes. So if you don't like those shonen tropes, then I understand. So try Wizard Tournament, but anime. Okay, and there's a lot of like different opinions of what it is, but yes, all and also. So I guess let's move to our top three. And I'm very curious to know your top three.
I don't think you're going.
My dear friend Yoko.
No!
I had a friend who really enjoyed that one. To be honest.
But definitely not top 3 worthy. I know for a fact you did not watch this one. There's no way.
What season first?
Do you remember spring? Was it winter?
Winter.
Okay.
Winter.
I thought it was spring. I don't remember anything anymore.
Well,
Most of mine are from winter, to be honest.
let me see. It's so just so I could show you like where it's above and below.
Is it a sign of affection? Because I love that one.
It is.
No, it's not that.
It is right next to Fluffy Paradise, and it's above Sengoku Yoko.
God, kill me. I haven't even said it yet. So it has a very long name. It is called. I just call it Cherry Magic, but it's 30 years of virginity turned me into a wizard.
What? Where is that? Oh, there it is.
Probably, woo! Right at the bottom.
Oh, is this a yaoi? Oh, it's a BL. Okay.
BL. That's the female of the group.
Yes, we need your opinion.
I don't usually like. I think there's usually like one BL at each season, and most of the time it's like bait, like Yuri bait. You know, most of the time it's a bait. This was actual BL, and it was very wholesome. Which a lot of the times when it's BL, they definitely don't make it wholesome. So like a straight person could sit here and watch and be like, yeah, I understand why these two people are getting together, because the main guy is supposed to be. He was straight. That's why he's a virgin, probably for 30 years. Because he's like, I can't find any women. And so he gets a power when he turns 30 to read people's minds just by touching them. And he finds out that his coworker, who's a man, who's like popular in the office, is like totally in love with him. So he's like trying to like fight this, like, you know, he doesn't like him like that, but he's like, well, he's a cool guy. Like, I want to like talk to him and stuff like that. And then obviously they fall in love, and you can get the gist from that. But it's cute. It's interesting. I don't know. I just like the whole idea of like he's hiding this power and he can like literally read this guy's mind, and like these crazy fantasy scenes come out. And I've shown Arceus, and it's really funny because there's like episode 6 or 7, and they go on a date, and it's just like he touches him, and then this whole like dream sequence starts, and the guy is just dancing and singing about his love for the other guy. And it's hilarious.
What in the world?
Hilarious. Because
That's
it's like
awesome.
in his head, you know, he's singing.
Yeah. I get it.
But it's just great. I don't know. I just love
And then
it.
right after the song, he just throws up.
Yeah, he's like, like the main dude throws up because it was like, it's too much. It's too pure. It's just I don't know. I think it was fun. It's a good romance, even for people that aren't like super into BL, because like I said, it's not like crazy on like the, you know, normal BL standards where it's like an ecchi or something.
Manga Otaku says represent us.
Represent us, exactly, yeah. That is, yeah, so that's why it's my top 3. I'll stop talking now.
Okay, wow. Arceus, your PG top 3. I'm kidding.
Alright, so mine's from spring 2024.
Spring, okay.
Everywhere.
I'll get there. Okay.
So it's a romance anime, and I feel like everyone's just gonna be like, of course, because I would not shut up about this anime. Um, the anime is called A Condition Called Love.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm
And
kidding.
I feel like before I say anything, I'm going to look at what Irvin rented because I know he watched it.
Oh God, a 5. Okay.
I don't think
You dropped it and gave it a 7.
I dropped it.
Wow.
I finished this.
Why does it say on my end?
Well, I probably haven't. I haven't updated it. So, but no, actually, I did drop this.
It's true.
Yes, you know what? It was the color of their vest I didn't like. It didn't go with what I liked.
Was it the main dude that you didn't like?
It Yeah, I'm trying to remember this series as much as possible. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
throw off
honest.
the glove now, and I'm gonna just start venting like I did literally back in April, man.
Go for it.
Okay.
A Condition Called Love is very special to me because I even picked up the manga, like, just started reading it during the series and everything because I loved it that much. And to be honest, not saying that I'm exactly the guy, but like I have like a lot of like, I guess trauma like him. And not saying it's very similar, but I feel it. And the main girl protagonist, there used to be like someone that like I knew that was very special to me in like my middle school and high school days. That like, you know, she never knew what love was, and I was like, gosh, like like so. I feel like it's very special to me because I feel like I've like had something like this happen, and the romance, um, aspect of it was just very original to me. I
Okay,
think,
it's coming back to me.
yeah, I think the only other romance anime that I felt very like attached to was Shikimori is Not Just a Cutie. So just finding another romance that felt very mature and actually talked about like the characters' feelings, and they were in a relationship in the first episode, and just were dealing with each other's problems, but also like by the end of the story, they just you know like helped each other grow out of it. It's not just his problems, like she has problems, and they both work on it together to help like push each other forward, basically.
Yeah.
And I just liked it. I like that her best friend had a boyfriend. I mean, it made sense. I know that some people don't like how the guy acts, but for someone that has been traumatized, and even the anime hasn't gone over fully his backstory with his parents and how he was raised and everything. I mean, it's basically he got abused, so like it's just very crazy to see that with the abuse he got, this is all he acts like. He could be worse, basically. Is
Yeah.
what I'm saying to people.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like
Is this the
everything-
one? And I'm being honest now. I mean, I'm just playing about me dropping it because I hate it. I dropped it probably because I was watching a lot of stuff at the time. So, but is this the one where he travels and she wants to travel with him at one point?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't. I don't think they travel. This is the one where they get into a relationship, like in the first episode. He fall like
He's like obsessed with her.
he's like obsessed with her in a sense, and
Oh.
she has.
She's not deaf.
No, she's not.
But that's sign of affection, I'm pretty sure. If she's
Oh.
Okay, I'm
deaf,
confusing
I
it.
dropped that too.
Oh.
That was
Kyo just commented that sign of affection. Yes.
that
Okay,
too.
I'm confusing it. Then I don't remember why I dropped this one, to be honest.
I think a lot of people dropped it because the main guy was like, he comes off like
He comes
a
off
lot.
older. Like
Like he's like basically doing everything for her, and
it can sound very toxic in
Yeah.
a relationship. Because
Oh, he becomes like a puppy essentially, right? In the beginning.
like
Yeah.
cuts his long hair and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have dropped it for that. I know a lot of the times there's like background stories to it, and they always end up hitting you hard. Um,
You might
um,
have. You might have just. You know.
There's probably a lot. There was a lot that season. I'm sure.
You had a rough year, man. You probably just weren't taking.
yeah. Did you guys see Beastar season 3?
I haven't even caught up to the first season.
Oh, okay. Well, there's an episode in the season 3 that I watched today that just broke me. Um, it,
God.
it broke me. I mean, it's and I told Arceus earlier through text. It's my dad's anniversary of his death today, so it was an emotional episode about him remembering his mom who had passed away, and essentially she committed suicide, and before she did, she went to his bed and hugged him, and she's like, I didn't want to wake him up. But then we hear his side, and he's like, I was awake, but I didn't want to bother her because I felt so safe at that moment, her hugging me. And it's like, if I just would have turned around and say how beautiful she was, maybe she would have committed suicide. And I was like, I was tearing up.
Oh my god.
It was hurtful. It was very hurtful. But anyways, going to that, his character, the wolf character in Beastar, he's not liked for the same reason. He's kind of like a clumsy character. He sometimes seems like he doesn't have like emotions, I guess. And people don't like characters that are like that. And typically it's because they become numb to life, right? And when you become numb to life, it almost seems like you don't have feelings for stuff, but you do have feelings. You just learn to hide them. So, yeah, cool. I'm gonna pick it up just because you say you like it. I'm gonna pick it up and finish it.
I understand. I mean I vented on Twitter to people. It's probably the worst place to ever do it. I learned my lesson. I'm not doing that again. But
Yes.
yeah, I can understand as time went on why people didn't like it. But I guess maybe for someone that has had some problems and is like,
Yeah.
you know what, I'll just do whatever the girl says. And if that's what makes her happy, I'll just do it. But it can sound toxic when you put it that way. And
Yeah,
I
but
see
you found a
sometimes-
connection. You found a connection, and that's what made it special for you.
Yeah, but I'll check out Beastars, man, for you. And everyone I talk to, my friends in real life, love it. So hey,
What is he fake? Is he AI generated? Is that who?
what's your number 3, man?
What's she looking for?
I'm looking for it, but I can't find it.
It,
It's called Viral Hit.
Oh my
was it
gosh.
Summer?
That was.
I looked. I thought it was summer, but it's not. You know what? I'm just gonna put it on the
was spring.
search.
If he says it's spring, then he's probably right. He knows everything. I just agree with.
I think it's spring.
Because I don't remember.
Wasn't Viral Hit 2 Course?
Was it 2 course?
No, it wasn't. That was.
It was
that
April, so it is spring.
You're correct. Wow.
Viral Hit. Yeah. So,
Wow.
someone else is gonna mention another series. I'm not gonna mention it, but I replaced this one with this one because it's a very similar type of series. It's kind of a fighting type of series. I really enjoyed it. You get this weakling who basically learns that he can take a punch, and he starts a YouTube, essentially YouTube. It's not called YouTube on the show, but he starts a YouTube with basically him confronting his bullies and getting beaten up and then winning fights, and it's a whole mess of a series. But he learns how to fight at some point, and he confronts like actual fighters and beats them. So I really did enjoy this one. I thought it was funny. It was serious when it had to be serious as well. So same thing. He has a sick mom, and that always hits the heart. So yeah, I think this is a webtoon or a manhwa, so it's not really,
Oh yeah.
you
I'm
know,
pretty sure.
it's an anime, regardless what people want to say about it. But it came from a webtoon, and a Korean webtoon. So I know some people have weird thoughts about it shouldn't be considered an anime if it's not Japanese, but it is. It is. So, Beastars got some wires furries. Yes, I will say, Arceus, if you do watch Beastars, they do have once in a while they have etchy scenes, and it feels weird because they're animals.
I've already seen the bunny scene, so that's where I stopped in the anime.
Like, good.
It's a good song. Legoshi, yeah, that's the name of the wolf. Best intro song for viral hit. Yeah, that actually season 3 of Beastars for me is the best intro song. It's very catchy. It got me.
Talking about Beastars, I think it's very interesting that I actually watched someone talk about their best anime of the year video today, and he mentioned Beastars, and I thought it was very interesting because they were like, Beastars have characters that, like, we got our Legoshi, right, the wolf, and as wolves are, they're supposed to be, like they're supposed to be, aggressive, they're violent, right, but each character doesn't represent what the animal usually is. So Legoshi's not very violent. He's not very like that. Or even the deer guy. I forgot. Deer are supposed to be very, calm, free. Very chill. But I think the deer guy, the guy was saying, is very uptight. He's very strict. And I was like, that's very interesting.
Yeah, they do mimic some of like their natural characteristics, but some characters don't, and they explain why they don't eventually. So yeah. Welcome to the chat, King David Beast. He just said hi. Yeah, there is. I mean, there's a lot of political like views and all that, like a lot of like mention of stuff like that in Beastars, which is why people liked it. Season 3 said it was the final season, and I just watched the last episode. It left off in the cliffhanger, so
there's part 2.
So I'm like, there has to be a part 2 because I'm not gonna be waiting that long, but hopefully.
See, what did we say earlier? We said that this is the season of cliffhangers.
Oh yes, you did say that.
And you're just proving my point.
Yes, it's another cliffhanger. Gosh. Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry that I ruined your segue.
Well, let's talk about number 2s.
Number 2.
The ones that could have been ones but didn't become ones.
Yes. Okay. I feel bad because mine's also a season 2, but it deserves it. Okay, and that's dangerous in my heart because all of the setup that we got from season 1 is just fully paid off, and it is like a really high 8. I think it was spring or no winter.
It's winter.
It's winter. I liked a lot of things in winter, I guess. But it paid off really, really well in season 2. And it made me want to pick up the manga. Not that I've read it yet. It is super long. There's hundreds of chapters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think it's like 200 and something right now.
Dangers? No.
Yes. Look it up then. Look it up.
Chapters.
I'm pretty sure it is. I would not, if it was less than 100, I would pick it up.
It's like 130, 140, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure it was like, whatever. You could prove me wrong right now. But,
prove
I
her
don't know.
wrong.
The characters are great. I mean, it's a romance, of course. I love my romances. You have like the popular girl.
158.
158, whatever, almost 200. We're almost there. That's probably fine. But you have your popular girl, and then you have your like really weird guy.
you got the popular girl, and then you got Arceus rules.
Yeah, as the other character. He's like, I don't know. He's just an awkward guy,
Yeah, no, I've seen most of season 1.
Not that. That was from Dawn to Dawn, just so you know.
Yeah.
An awkward guy.
I don't know. It's just great to see like the setup that you got, because I thought like season 1 was like maybe a 7, maybe an 8, but this it just built so much upon what you already had, and it just made it so much greater. Like, I don't even need to watch season 1. Just give me season 2. Like, I don't need it anymore. I don't know how else have you seen it yet or no? Have you not seen Dangers in My Heart?
I have.
Okay, so did you see season 2 as well?
I have not seen season 2. Is it dubbed?
Yes,
Yes,
I
I
think
think
so.
so.
It wasn't simul-dubbed, it was dubbed after, so I didn't watch the dub because I was just into it so much. Like, I would wait every week. That's why it's my number 2, and I give it a pass because it's season 2. I don't know. It's just nice to, like, even though I'm obviously not a high schooler anymore, it's nice to be like, man, I wish my high school days are like this, and, like, they're just doing all this, like, cool stuff, and, like, it just feels real. Like, it feels like they're real people, and that's why I really like it.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
she's the one that likes snacks, right? That's how they met. She was eating snacks in the library.
yeah, all the snacks, even though she's a model and really thin.
Yeah, yeah. I really like that first season. I think I actually
It was
finished it.
good. Yeah, it was a really good first season. It's just like whatever you think of the first season, it's like 20 million times better.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it.
Well, it has an 8.78, which is amazing in my anime list because you don't typically get that high.
Yeah, if it's not good.
If
That's
it's
what I say.
or even if it's good, like I've seen some, well, the ones that we've seen so far, all have been in the sevens. So this one is like the first one that I see this high today. To be honest.
Yeah, well, Dawn to Dawn is an 8, and that
Oh yes.
it's like I don't know what an
8.6,
8.6, something like that.
Okay.
Regardless, it's still a high 8. But even still, this is better than this, I guess.
Yes.
It has a higher score.
I gave Dawn to Dawn a 9. I thought it was really good.
Now, what'd you give Dangers? Do you remember?
Also a 9.
I gave it a 10. That's why.
I think season 1's an 8, which is very good, and then I gave season 2 a 9.
I feel bad because I don't think I've ever given an anime a 10 here on my anime list.
Really? I have a couple things. That's the ones that I've said so far. I think like my top 3 are all 10s in my opinion. Like I would rewatch it. That's what a 10 is for me. If I could like rewatch it and feel like I'll still get the same amount of joy, then I'll give it a 10. If I feel like there was like nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think it's great. Like I'll rewatch that a million times. Like it's just really fun. That's all.
Oh wow. King David said that he saw Delicious in Dungeon is a freaking goat. We also got Goat for Romance Dangers. And then he says, I love you guys. Crazy fun fact, I met the voice actor of Beastar Legoshi at the convention in my hometown, and he's a real cool guy. Man, I wish I had the time to go to conventions and dress up and all that. I hope one of my girls ends up liking anime like me and we can go together, but
that'd be so cute.
it would be cute, yes. My oldest watched Your Lie in April with me this year, and I broke her heart.
No, why would you do that?
I think you told me about that.
That's so mean.
I love Your Lie in April, though.
That's great, but
So that's not a 10 to you?
If anything, that would probably be a 10. Because I've seen Your Lie in April like 6 times.
See, then you need to change your score.
I remember the days, man, when like we did group calls and like we watched Your Lie in April. We watched Tanya, the Evil. We watched oh my god, Dead Man Wonderland.
Yeah.
I remember. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Man. A lot of great series. I mean, there's still a lot of great series coming out still this time around, but
Not to make you upset, Irvin, but I haven't finished Your Lie in April, but my brother has, and he's not an anime fan.
why haven't you watched it? Why haven't you finished it? Why haven't you broken your heart?
I think we have enough broken hearts. With all the shows we watch, I just need to start every season.
What would hurt one more trauma?
I know, we'll watch something together and I'm just starting to cry and I'm like, why are you not crying at this? No, he has no soul over here.
Gosh.
But the mom wanted the best for him, but he didn't realize it until too late. What's your number two, Arceus? Before you get me upset.
My number two is Trillion Game.
That's a good
I
series.
love Trillion Game, and it's another show that left us on a cliffhanger that we got to wait 2 more weeks for. I don't know if you're watching it, Irvin.
Oh my gosh, 2 weeks, man.
That's so long.
Have you at least like watched an episode?
I've seen. Yeah, this is actually one that I put on pause because I'm gonna watch the live action first.
Oh, what?
Yes, there is a live action.
Oh, why didn't you tell me this?
Yeah.
Well, I want to see that.
I love Trillion Game. I like the adult cast to it. I like that a lot of shows this season just were talking about how it's hard to get a job, and that was one of the shows that like made a theme of it. I like that they talk, like they do a lot,
It's very low on the list. Gosh.
Oh, I know. It's crazy how low it is. And it's by the Dr. Stone author.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yes.
know that.
And it's crazy how low it is considering how popular Dr. Stone is.
Yeah, it's really fun. The characters are fun. The newest episode, not really trying to spoil you, but just to like kind of get you to say something that gets you like really on it, if anything, is there may be like a rivalry between the two main guys, and they may be splitting up. Because they left us off on a cliffhanger where they disagree with each other, and when
What?
you
People
when you
didn't
dive-
agree in business?
I know, right?
and when you look back, a lot of the flashbacks we see, it's just the glasses guy. So it makes you think: did they break up? Or
Flash forwards.
Flash forwards. We see that the main dude's all by himself in a lot of these flashbacks. So it makes you just think, and who knows? That's all I'm gonna say. But it's just.
If you like Dr. Stone, you'll like this.
Hmm.
Basically. Because that's the only thing I went into it with. Because I love Dr. Stone. It's probably like one of my favorite animes of all time. But I actually really like it. I mean, like a lot of the characters, you can kind of see that he kind of like wrote. I mean, like literally the main guy is like the guy in Dr. Stone that really likes money. I don't remember his name. But yeah, they're like basically the same character.
Yeah.
In a sense. But other than that, like the other characters are pretty different, I would say. There's no like Senku or like Chrome or Tiger or anything like that. But yeah, it's basically just like the guy who really likes money from Dr. Stone, but in his own anime.
What?
How I would say it.
Huh. I really enjoyed the first episode. I remember watching the first episode. This is one that I do want to watch. Like I said, I saw that there was a live action, and that's another thing that I've been starting here on my channel is I've been watching live actions, and I've learned that if I watch the live action first and then the anime, I'm not too disappointed with the live action. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I understand.
But yes, it did intrigue me from the first episode. It did hook me, but
I think you'll like it. If I had to put betting odds, this would be a show I could see you like it.
Well, here is my number two, and I'm gonna be, I guess, meta or for this, but Solo Leveling is my number two. Where are you? There you go. Solo Leveling is another one that it was a webtoon, Korean webtoon, became an anime. This one aired back in the winter. Winter. Yeah. So it's funny because this one aired, and then Kaiju number 8 aired. Was it the summer? Spring. Okay, so not even a season in between. But I remember when this one was airing, everyone was saying this was going to be definitely the anime of the year. And then Kaiju number 8 came out, which is one that's not on my list, but I wish it was. And then everyone's saying that one's going to be the anime of the year, and now everyone is jumping on the Dan anime of the year. So I'm wondering who's gonna end up actually winning. But Solo Leveling is loved by a lot of people. Have you guys watched it or no?
I have. I'm only halfway through.
I finished it. I think it's a great show.
Yeah, the first episode on its own is pretty good.
Yeah,
So
I like it. I don't really watch a lot of like what is this, like a shonen type show in a sense. It's kind of like a show.
Kind of.
It's kind of like a show. Whatever.
Mainstream.
Mainstream stuff. I don't know. I think that like after the first couple episodes where he's like, you know, a weakling, I feel like after that it's kind of like just a power fantasy. You know. He's OP. What else is there to do, right?
yeah,
I mean, it's fun. It's fun, but it's just like I don't know. I liked the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
And then I had to stop because I was like, I feel like he's too overpowered.
yeah, and he is, but he's not. Like he becomes like his goal. He needs to get stronger and stronger. So, there's another series that I read. And I hope I can find it. I just reviewed it a few days ago, but probably knowing my luck, I won't find the title. But it's very similar to it. The guy essentially finds that he can reverse time, and if he dies, and he reverses time like years, so he ends up killing himself a bunch of times just to basically right a wrong. It's a weird series, but it's very similar to this one, Solo Leveling, and I think they're talking about an anime coming out. I can't think of the name of it, but
That's
well, it's an interesting one. But it's SSS class revival hunters. That's what it's called. Anyways,
Hey, Irvin, I like how they compare Solo Leveling to Mob Karo.
Oh, stop!
what?
They did not. What
Yes, they do. On my anime list. They
Is it like the last one?
No.
What one person is saying that it's like it? Let me see.
Nobody's way up to an exploration.
Okay.
They both say
Oh,
Solo.
two people. Wow. It was probably you and someone else.
And let's see some stuff here. Dr. Stone is the freaking true goat. Mongo Otaku says the opposite. Dr. Stone was slow. I feel like Dr. Stone, every season, the first 3 and the last 3 episodes are the best. And then in between, it's like the build up to.
Yeah, exactly.
I watched a video about Dr. Stone today. If you think that Dr. Stone was slow, if you think that it's just had mid-generic seasons, season 4 is going to change everyone's mind because it is one of the... It's going to be 3 cores, but I heard that the core 1 and 2 are going to be the best.
You're that guy. You have to watch 48 episodes before it gets good.
You have to watch 150 episodes to get the good stuff.
But for real,
that's my argument with Pokemon.
That's my argument for One Piece.
Right? You gotta watch 995 episodes to get the good.
It's like, but every 100 episodes, there's one episode that breaks your heart.
Yeah, one. Oh my god.
Yeah, just like Mob Kara.
Yeah, anyways, Solo Leveling, very peak. Let's see what else we have here in the chat. Solo Leveling is goated. Season 1, he never, season 1, he never to OP and entirely always big challenge 2 episodes later, yeah. One of my youngest brother is really huge fan of Solo Leveling. Season 1 is his weakest form. So yeah, he does actually build more up in his character, but he does seem OP from the first few episodes. He really isn't, and that's kind of the whole point of the series. But okay, going now to our number ones, or actually, let's talk a little bit about the ones that didn't make it to our list. Is there anything you want to mention before we get to our number ones?
Oh gosh. I have to like go and look. I'm being serious when I say this. I enjoyed Tales of Wedding Rings.
Tales of Wedding Rings. I had that on my list as well. I reviewed the manga chapter by chapter to like chapter 40 something. You can go like 5 years back in my channel.
Well, it's ended. The manga's ended.
Yeah, I know the manga's ended, but 5 6 years ago when it was releasing, I was reacting it to to it each chapter. So that's from the winter, right?
Yeah, Too Many Losing Heroines was another good one.
Ah, yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah.
So I mentioned Kaiju number 8. I mentioned Oshinoko, Dragon Ball Daima.
That is amazing.
It's
amazing.
Pretty good
I've been
series.
watching your reactions to it, man. It's just good.
It's a pretty good series. And then we have God Games We Play. It's one that I read the light novel, and then I watched the manga itself, and it was pretty good. So
I would say Gigi Heron was pretty good if you just want something that's short and sweet. Because it's finished. The anime finishes the whole manga, so that was pretty cute.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff.
Long Way to Use Healing Magic.
That was good too.
Oh yeah.
That is true.
What?
Can we include a movie into this list?
Sure. Yeah.
The Look Back movie was amazing.
Which one?
Look Back.
By the Chainsaw Man author.
Oh yeah. That was okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
We watched it in theaters. That is like the best movie, like anime movie I've ever seen.
You know what was a letdown this season? Was not this season, this year. Demon Slayer. Well,
I'm pretty sure it was the weakest arc, didn't they adapt?
Yes.
Yeah.
it had a really good ending. If you see the last 2 episodes, Demon Slayer was really good. But if you ignore the last 2 episodes, it was weak. It was really weak. It almost feel like they could have summarized most of the season into 2-3 episodes, and just call it a day. To be honest,
I'm also enjoying Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest, and I literally just pulled it up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm enjoying Fairy Tail as a fan, and then chilling in another world with my level 2 cheat skill, along with Seiyu Radio.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
We got some agreement here on it being weak. Too many Lizzie heroines is the freaking true goat. Agreed. So yeah, there's a lot of going on here. Season 3 was the weakest one. Yeah. So let's talk about our top anime of the year for each one of us. I'm gonna be honest. I was a little bit iffy about mine. Like, I wanted to put maybe Solo Leveling there, and then I was like, no, maybe not. So mine was kind of like a tied for number 1, but we'll start with Brittany. What did you pick?
This was easy. I put Windbreaker. That is, I don't even know, because I originally wasn't going to watch this because I was like, oh, it's just another delinquent anime. It's probably going to be like Tokyo Revengers and all the other, ones that I've seen. But I don't know, the way that they wrote those characters, and like, they really just put a lot of heart into the story, and I was not expecting that. I was thinking, oh, it's just going to be fights. There's like, it's just going to be fighting. There's nothing else to it. But like, everyone has a tragic backstory, and like, I don't know, the main character is just great in my opinion. Who doesn't love a tsundere?
Why do they keep going to the ads? Gosh, we don't want leggings.
I don't know, I just love it. It's like my favorite. I can't wait for the next season. It's coming out April. It can't come soon enough.
Yes, I actually really enjoyed this one too. This one was in my top 5 list. But I didn't want to have another one repeated. This was the one that I put instead. Instead of this one, I put viral hit. So it kind of reminded me of it. The characters, yes, they were fighting, but there was more to them. But yes, I agree. This is a great series. Um, Gosh, season 2 is coming in April. You said.
Yes, it is, and it's gonna be a really good arc. I mean, they really set it up at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard it's gonna be a really good arc, especially since it's like two friends at odds with each other, which I think is gonna be really interesting.
Mm.
So.
Well, I'm excited to see season 2 for sure. See what is it all about. But yeah, I did finish this one. This one was a really good one. So I'm in agreement with her. How about you, Arceus? What is your number one?
Well, Keo Danta says surprise pick by Brittany.
Oh yeah, in the chat. Yeah, it is surprise.
Everyone's expecting me to say some like romance or some BL as my number
Some
one.
pretty curious.
I thought she was gonna say Tales of Wedding Rings, but
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
No, gushing over magical girl.
You didn't like the One Piece, the new arc, Eggland.
Egghead Island.
Yeah, Egghead Island. Sorry.
Oh, speaking of One Piece, I watched the fan letter, and I can definitely say it was really good. Did you watch?
I haven't seen the fan letter.
Okay, you can watch it.
Did you
now?
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry.
He hasn't seen enough One Piece to cry at that. Also, I think it's funny. Kicker said I thought it was a BL. I guess he thought Windbreaker was a BL. It's definitely not a BL. 100% not a BL. I promise.
Gosh.
No, that's Blue Walk Kid. Yeah.
Maybe. No, that's a PDF moving across the screen. It's a PowerPoint slideshow.
Gosh. What was your pick,
My number one, which probably may surprise some people, but I love it. No Longer Allowed in Another World.
Yep. Have you seen that one?
I have.
Yes. I had it on my list originally, and then he said he was going to put it on his, so I had to take it off. Because it probably was going to be one of my number one, if not number two, for that one.
What do you think of it, Irvin?
It's good. I'm actually it's on my list to do a review. I finished this one last week. I watched the dubbed.
Oh yeah, the dub is pretty good.
Yeah. It was interesting. I like the whole aspect of like he wants to die, and because of it, he basically ends up becoming the savior of the world. I like when like there is series where there's been like multiple heroes or multiple reincarnations. There's been several series like that. There's one that aired, I believe, last year, and I can't remember the name of it either. But it's a little girl who she is basically having to work for the church to kill off all these reincarnations because they're basically going haywire and they're using their powers for the wrong.
I know. The second you said that, he showed me the opening. It's like it's like the Cinderella one. The intro song has like the word Cinderella in it. That's all I know from it.
What is it called?
The Executioner's Way of Life?
Yes. That one. So it's very similar to it in that aspect. But yeah, I did enjoy that. Like halfway through, we get a character who maybe is not so evil, I guess. Mm-hmm. So it's not all like we're just using our powers in the rampage. There is some good trying to come out of it, but yeah.
I just enjoyed that because I was watching it weekly and I was like, this is a good show, and as the episodes went on, we got that first episode. It was like episode 4, where we finally found out that the whole goal of the series was to send people back.
Literally, basically. The title of the show: No longer allowed in another world.
Yeah. To send people back, and I was like, wow. I said, that is awesome. I mean, I was blown away. The reaction I had was just priceless. I was like, this is genius. I was like,
I wish they didn't like make it seem like everyone was just kind of having a dream when they went back.
Well, I mean, they knew it was real.
Did obviously. They?
Remember the first guy who got sent back? He didn't get sent back to the exact moment. He got sent back like later. And he remembers it all, and he's trying to like apply for a job because he dropped out of high school. And then the other guy that got sent back was in the wheelchair, and it was like right after he got hit by a car. And so he definitely remembers that it happened. It's just that the moment that like those things happened, it's like that's when you're getting teleported back. I think the only one that thought it was a dream was towards the end, the girl and her sister. I think the sister was like, I had a weird dream, you know?
Yeah.
Because she's so young, you know, it makes sense why she would think that's a dream. But the sister obviously, I think, knows it's not a dream.
I loved it. The characters, I mean, it was an anime that I was actually going to show my other family members when they were going to come in town, but they didn't this year. So I was like, I'll show them next year, basically. But it was something that I was like, wow, I could like see myself rewatching this again, and like I want to show my family like it has adult themes and like just the reactions to it all. I mean, my mom loves Trillion Game, which I thought was funny. So you know.
Yeah. What did you say? Someone needs to stop Truck-kun, ultimate evil isekai.
I know. I mean, look, the beginning he got Truck-kun, and he's in like what, the 1800s?
Yeah.
Like,
that
what?
I really enjoyed that. That was like that was the way that they were using it to reincarnate people, was using Truck-kun. I thought that was funny. But oh well. My number one is gonna be again. This is a tie for number one. The Elusive Samurai.
Oh wow, that's surprising.
No, it's not surprising.
It's not surprising
because he said he loved it.
I didn't think it'd be number one, but good to know.
It is my number one. I've lately been watching like historical type of series. Both anime and non-anime. Like I watched Shogun. Sorry, not Shonen. Shogun, which is a series that aired through FX, and it's like historical Japanese historical events and all that. And I've really been enjoying historical stuff more and more. And this one was a fun one. Like it had a little bit of everything. It had a little bit of romance. It had a little bit of action. It's very dark when it wants to be dark, and it's very fun when it wants to be fun. And that's what I like about it. That it takes a whole 180 on some of the episodes. It goes from being very lighthearted to like people are dying, or you know they're being put in stakes, because their heads got cut off and all that. So, anyways, it's a good series. It's by a good studio, Cloverworks. Come on.
Amazing, yeah.
So the animation was.
Cloverworks one version.
Yep, I think. Yeah, it was just Cloverworks. I didn't think they did whatever when they two studios do stuff together. I think it was just Cloverworks.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's a great one. It's considered a comedy, like most. Which is funny because it's not really a comedy. Like, well, it is, but it isn't. But the genre wise, like if you look at it, let's see, yeah, it says genre is an adventure and comedy, historical samurai. But it's more to it. It has political essence to it as well.
So yeah, it's a little bit of everything, and I really, really, really did enjoy this one. This is one that I've also read the manga, so I kind of knew what was gonna happen, anyways. But I sort of enjoyed watching it, and I think it is one that wasn't talked as much as I thought it was gonna be talked about. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why the manga's rating's very lower than the anime, but yeah, maybe it got worse as time went on.
The manga is lower on ratings because they take a very historical point of view with it. Like a lot of panels is just historical talking. Like it's they're talking about how events occurred and how things happen. Like there's a guy who uses a certain shield in the manga. Like it takes a whole 2-3 pages explaining how that shield was used specifically by these samurais because it protected them.
I can see why it's lower. That makes sense.
So yeah, some people didn't read the manga for that reason. Um, it 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 would like like half of it is historical stuff, and some people don't like that. So um, when the series came out, it took a lot of that out because it just kind of assumes that you know what it is. Um, and yeah, it kept all the good nuggets of the manga, which is why they're so different in ratings. So yeah, cool. So those were our top 5 of the year. Um, we are hoping to do another live sometime in January once the season has started. Um, and I'm a little bit more organized this time around. Most of the series are going to be aired by January 11 and 12. By that weekend, most of the season of the series will be out. Um, so probably after the 12th of January, we'll make another live and talk about hopefully what we're watching, what we're dropping, and so on and so forth. If you guys are up to it, obviously, no obligation there. But yeah, I think this is it was a very interesting year. I feel like there was a lot of good series in the beginning of the year, and then as we came to this season, we got less and less and less good seasons, I guess, or good series.
I can understand that.
So, but
I feel like winter and spring were definitely like my two favorites this time around. Summer was fine. I think fall was fine. Fall would have been better for me if I was watching and caught up to all the sequels that were airing.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of sequels, and there's more sequels coming next series.
I'm screwed because I'm actually watching like all of them, so I'm gonna be really sad with all this stuff I have to watch.
There is a lot of stuff releasing next season. We have the Apothecary Diary season 2.
Yep.
We have Solo Leveling is coming back. Doctor Stone is coming back. My Happy Marriage, which is through Netflix, is coming back as well. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really something something that I'm pretty sure RC has watched is coming back.
We both love it. It's great. Anime ever.
He deserves every woman.
He deserves all of them.
Toilet Bound season 2 is coming back.
Trash, yes.
Unnamed Memory season 2 is coming back. Blue Exorcist.
Trash too. Yep.
Oh gosh.
When you get to Down more, I'm not watching all those ones, but yeah, all like the first like 6.
Blue Exorcist is one of the worst animes I've ever watched in my entire life.
Which one?
Blue Exorcist.
What?
I don't know if talk anymore. Just roast you.
You are taking it against Blue Exorcist. Let's see, what else is coming back? I guess that's really it. Everything else is new stuff.
The new stuff's also really, really good.
A lot of it looks good, yeah.
I mean, Sakamoto Days, I'm hyped for that.
Sakamoto Days, yeah.
Have you read Sakamoto Days, Irvin?
I think I read the first episode or something like that.
Do you think Sakamoto Days is going to be a shonen probably as big as like Dawn to Dawn, Demon Slayer,
I
My
hope
Hero?
so.
Or do you think it's going to be something like Yozakura, Mashal?
It's gonna be more like Mashal when it comes to like, it's gonna be very very popular in its own niche group.
That makes sense.
It won't be as popular as like Demon Slayer and like the very niche, not very niche. Sorry, the very meta series that we have. Um, but in its own fan group, it'll be very popular for sure. Um, Same thing with Honey Lemon Soda. That's another one that I think.
I'm gonna watch it. I just am worried about it a little. The characters kind of give me the ick.
Yeah, well, I think it's gonna be very, very much liked in its genre. So,
Oh yeah, I'm sure a ton of people are gonna love that.
So, I'm trying to look at other ones that might probably be good.
The one that you married your classmate.
I'm getting married to a girl I hate in my class. That one.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I did read. I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. That one is funny. I watched that. I read that one. Sorry.
That sounds fun.
That's gonna be so much fun.
It's a fun series, yeah. And also, Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf. It's fun. That's a fun one too.
I can't wait for that.
It's a reverse isekai, I guess.
Is it a good romance?
I don't think it's a romance. Is it a romance? Maybe.
No, I don't think so. I mean, technically,
I guess there is romance to it, but let's see. Genre is comedy and supernatural. It's not really.
I don't have romance in it. Are you gonna watch the Zenshu, the one about the manga or the drawing of anime or something like that?
Probably gonna give my first impressions. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it yet.
Okay. I don't know. What was it by again? I remember looking at the trailer.
Mappa?
Yeah, Mappa's making it, so they're going off experience.
Yeah.
Hypocrites.
Hypocrites. Yeah, this is totally what we do to our anime.
We don't let them see their families.
I kind of want to watch. Anyway, I'm falling in love with you. I've heard that one's gonna be a good romance.
The one. No, that's not it. Where is that one?
Anyway, I'm falling in love with you.
Yeah.
I can't find that one. How far down is it?
It's kind of far down. But it's kind of like it's a reverse harem almost, but not really.
Dude, I'm waiting for the Jeff Bezos anime next season.
It's a Jeff Bezos anime.
The daily life of a middle-aged online shopper in another world. And literally in the description, it's talking about how he's gonna live through Jeff Bezos because he literally has like the power. He has the power of Jeff Bezos.
That will be peak next season. No one will watch it, but it'll be peak.
Gosh.
Good stuff that's coming out. Some adult stuff. A lot of romance. We love our romance.
Yeah, but most good romance were released in spring.
I know, but we're getting a taste. Like the adult one, like I think it's Can You Keep a Secret, where they're like hiding their relationship in the office.
I have a crush at work.
I have a crush.
I like those too. I like when it's like the adult setting. So.
Yeah. 100%. I don't always like to be in high school. I'm not in high school, so I can't relate.
Yeah, I mean it's good to like think back, but.
Oh yes, I wish that happened to me.
Yeah, it's like but it didn't.
It definitely didn't. I don't have a harem in my high school.
Yeah. I wish 5 guys would fawn over me.
I know. Yes, exactly.
Wait, isn't there an anime about 5 guys next season?
Yes, there is. It's a reverse harem, and I'm definitely not watching that. It's called Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You.
That's what Irvin was talking about.
That's what I mentioned. You guys didn't even react to it.
There's enough harem. I'll go for the other harem of the season, like I said.
Are you gonna watch the Jeff Bezos anime next season?
Probably not, but I'm gonna react to it I'll give my first impressions on all
Dude,
these.
are you watching Mahotsukai Pretty Cure Mirai Days? Wait, Irvin, are you watching Belong Long Lee Q's second season?
What is that?
It's all the way at the bottom.
What in the world?
Sure.
I need to see this. The second season of what?
Go on, you gotta watch Belong.
Boang Long Lei Kui. I mean, I probably should with my kids, my younger kids.
You look at the dinosaur. He's like.
There is no.
Are you watching Farmagia next season?
No. There's a Kaiju number 8 movie coming out.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Oh wow. And a Mononoke movie. Oh wow.
It's a recap plus like an OVA special.
Are you gonna watch the hotel one, the mystery hotel?
I might. It looks interesting. But it's like a solving. Not solving. What's it called? Yeah, it's like solving a mystery each episode.
Yeah. Well, she died and she doesn't know how she died, so she's trying to like get her memories back to figure out.
Oh, there's
That's
more
the
to it. Okay. There's Ninja Batman versus Yakuza League releasing this season as well.
Are you gonna watch the Neat anime?
The Meat?
Neat.
Oh, the girl that the next door girl, something like that.
Yeah, and she's like trapped in her room, and she's supposed to be like this supernatural being.
Yeah, like it's gonna be like 12-minute episodes. I know it says 15, but that counts commercials.
Yeah, I'm living with an otaku neat kiniochi.
That's gonna be 2 cores, by the way.
I can't even. It's so funny.
Is it gonna be 2 seasons?
There's gonna be 2
I don't
cores.
even know
Yep,
how
back to back.
They have enough source material. I have no clue. What about that one? Isn't that a dude and then he transforms into a woman? Is that what it is? Yes. Are you gonna watch From Aristocrat to Villainous? Dad's been reincarnated?
There's a headhunted to another world, the salary man that got isekai.
There's a lot of wild stuff that's coming out. I've seen a lot of the trailers, and I'm just like...
Hey, Irvin, are you gonna watch Masada Kosuke Gechijo Gag Manga Biori Go?
What the heck is
What the
that?
heck are you saying? Why do you assume that I know the Japanese name?
It's like 2 people running in the thing. I can't even... Laugh about this. Show it to the camera this way.
Wait. Are you gonna watch Ban Vampire?
It's the BL of the season, you know?
Yes.
I'm not even watching that. I can't. If it's I don't know. I don't trust these vampire ones. Anytime it's a vampire one, I just have flashbacks to Vampire Night, and I get triggered.
You don't like Vampire Night?
Does anyone like that garbage trash show?
Vampire Night is the anime that brought me back to anime. So...
Bro, that's so bad. Look, okay, tell me at least that you agree that it's trash. What? Don't do that to me.
Somebody's trash is somebody else's treasure.
Yes, I can agree. If you like that she gets with her brother in the end, you know, her biological brother.
That's how you keep pure blood. Come on.
Yeah, because they're vampires, you know. Gotta keep that blood pure.
Are you gonna watch Fruit Master next season?
No. Why do you keep asking all these random series?
Yeah, that's so funny. There's a lot of shows. That's what we're trying to get at.
There is a lot of shows. Okay, I think we're gonna have to end this pretty soon. Chainsaw movie coming next year. Hell Paradise coming out 2026. Heck no.
Yeah, 2026 of April.
Everything good.
Or winter, yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, thank you guys so much for watching and joining us here in the chat. We're gonna try to do another one in January, so keep up with that.
See you next time when Irvin tries some more food that he wants to spit in the trash can.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I bought some more interesting things. My camera almost fell. So I'm excited to try more stuff. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out RCS here on YouTube as well as on Twitter or X, as well as Brittany. I don't know if you're still releasing videos, Brittany, but I know you every so often. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining me again. Hopefully everyone had a good time here. I know we had a pretty lively chat. So thank you so much for those that were in the chat. Kyo, Mangos, Kick Crow, Kick David. I know we had Rudy at one point there, and we had Petrick and Mongo Otaku, as well as other people, Jack Perker, and anyways, more people. Culture Gaming as well was there for a while. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll start our first impressions, or I'll start my first impressions very, very soon. Next week for sure. And then we'll talk about what we're watching or what we're dropping in a serious note now, instead of joking around like we did right now. So thank you again, and see you guys. Bye.